Check on the rep. Yep, second and
All
nine.
right, we got Donatello outside the package here, looking so screen accurate, looking fantastic. I'm gonna be real with you. I think this looks better than this. I'm gonna say it. He looks better. He might not have the articulation that the Revo has. I mean, the eye. This is like top notch here. This is pretty cool how you can change the eyes from like ninja eyes to having the pupils. But there is a trade off, which is actually kind of cool with the new Donatello here. Now this guy poses just great, but I'm not a fan of like the joints here, how they're like a ball, and how you can see like the joints, and that just looks weird to me. Like he has like a tumor growing out of the back of his leg or something. While these guys have fantastic articulation, I think the sculpt is overall better here, and this is more screen accurate. But this isn't really a comparison of the two. This is more about this guy. Just wanted to put them together just to see how they all look together. The old school Playmates joint right there. But yeah, I think it turned out great. And you'll be surprised at the articulation, how well it actually is. So I'm going to get into that real quick and just talk about just the overall look of the guy. And I love how the new figures, we're not getting the same body 4 times and with just different heads and weapons. There are some shared pieces. I think there's shared hands, but other than that, new sculpts, you might have some shared pieces in the bicep, but like he's got the longer legs because he's taller, got the different heads, different shells, because Raphael actually has like a crack, like a lightning bolt crack in his shell. These figures are fantastic. I would, if I were you guys and had an opportunity, I would pick these guys up. If you're a fan of the 2012 show, pick them up. These guys are dope. Very few issues with this guy. Very few. I mean, there's maybe like 2, maybe 3, if I can think off the top of my head, issues that I have with this guy. And I'll get into that in a little bit. But I think these figures came out wonderfully. They're great. A lot of things about this guy that are like awesome. Like awesome. And I will show you that in just a minute. We're gonna get into just the paint work here, and the all the way from the freckles in the skin. I don't know if you guys can see that. Got the nice eyes and the expressions. You got the lines in the face. How you got the angles, gap tooth smile. Got some detail work in the shell. Nice work in the belt. Got the wash on there. Looks like there's so many little details that I don't know if it comes across on camera, but when you get this guy in hand, you'll see it. The shell, all the way from the details in the shell, like very slight details that don't pick up well on camera, but you can see it with the naked eye, man. Look at that. Love it, man. The paintwork is nice. Got the wash on there. You got little lines in the shell here. No issues with the paint other than, of course, the paint flaking in some of the joints here. But it's less noticeable in Donatello. I think in, who was it? I think it might have been Raph that I had a few paint issues with in the joints, but it's nothing major. We're used to that already. But these figures came out great. I'm glad to have these in hand, and I can't wait to see the rest of the figures in this line and some of the villains. Oh man, this is gonna be special, and it's fresh. It's new. It's not a variant. Like the 87 Toon line was getting kind of stale, so this is a nice refresher right here. Let's get into articulation real quick. We're going to get into the head here. Now, it's not going to be as articulated as this, but it's going to have some sweet articulation. So we can go up with the head because it's on a ball joint. Look at the Adam's apple, dude. Look at the details, man. So you get the head up like that. You can get it down really good. And then you got the arms that are on a ball joint. You can get those up like that. You can get them up like that. And then you got the bicep swivel right there. You got the double joints at the elbows. Let's see if that's a soft plastic. That's a little bit of a hard plastic. Okay. And then it's going to hinder articulation a little bit in the wrist. You can only get it about that far because of how the wrists are set up and how it's so kind of bulky right there. So you can get it about that far down. You can get it that far backwards. Then you have a little bit of a rocker at the waist there. You got ball joints at the thighs. So you can get it outwards. You can get it up about that high. You can do some ninja kicks. You You got the double joints at the knees. You got the hinge joint and the rocker at the ankle. You can get that. Ooh, look at that. Just ankles just crazy. And then you got the pin right. You got the little hole right here for if you want to put them on a stand or something. So you got that. Looks fantastic. Moves fantastic. Other than just the wrist here, but I mean, how far can you get your wrist in? Anyway, but overall, I think it's great. Comes with a lot of accessories, a lot of cool episode specific stuff here. We're gonna get into that. You know what? I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna go with the hands first because I want to show you guys the hands and how it's a little bit tough to get the weapons in, but once they're in, they're not gonna fall out. So while I had issues with this guy holding the weapons, yeah, it's cool that they have articulation in the hands, but like I couldn't get his bows to always stay in. You touch it and it's like it falls out. With these guys, they have what I'm talking about, super tight grip, like kung fu grip, like, yo, like let me show you. Since it's not like your typical grabbing hand, it's a triangle. It's not like a circle, you know what I'm saying? And I usually take this part off first, and then you got to kind of pry his hands open to get this bow staff in there. It's like with all four turtles, it's tight like this. But once you get it in there, it ain't coming out. So I like that. He's not gonna be dropping his weapons if you touch it. You know what I'm saying? So look at that. Got his bow staff in his hand. That's not coming out. That's a tight grip. Yeah, there we go. And let's see if he can hold some of his other weapons with this hand. So let's get the T-phone in there. So you can hold the T-phone. Let's see about the pizza. You can hold the pizza. Oh, okay, he holds the pizza pretty good. Nice. Let's see if you can hold this. I might have to pry this open again. Like super duper tight. Man. It's a double-edged sword. Like, I'm glad that it's tight, but then it's like kind of a pain to get in there. Okay, so you can hold that with that. Because from what I've noticed, the other hands aren't really going to hold this particular item here. So let's see. Like, it's very loose. You're not going to be able to hold it. And very loose with that one too. Okay, now with that being said, we got the grabbing hands. Then we got the two pointer fingers. Pointer finger left, pointer finger right. And then you got kind of more of a relaxed hand for the left and for the right. Then, got his trusty bow staff. Nice colors on here. Nice little wash on the wood. Got the different colors in here. You got the lighter tans and the darker tans right there. Very nice piece. My only gripe with this is that this part comes out a little too easy. That's pretty much my only gripe with that. Is it comes out a little too easy. Then with the bow staff, you got the naginata. So you can just pop that in there. That's a little bit tighter. Nice paintwork on here. Nice silver. Silver. Because metal weapons are supposed to be like silver. And then you got that nice piece there. It's kind of like, got like a nice little shine to it. Nice little gloss. It looks like it could actually be like a real metal piece, you know? So that's pretty dope. Got the chips in the middle right there. So that's really dope. Like that. Oh, let's put that bow staff back together. And then, also with the bow staff, this part actually came separate. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's articulation in the headband here. But I don't know if this is supposed to come out or not. I'm not going to chance it, but it does rotate. But I'm not going to chance taking it out because it's the same exact one as the alternate head. So I'm not even going to bother trying to take that out. So put that right there. And then we'll talk about this. Now, you guys know how much I despise like that hard plastic. This is the one time you'll ever hear me say this, is that I think this would have been beneficial if this was a harder plastic. That's the only time I'll ever say it. Because this is a soft, gummy plastic. And like that SH Figure Arts Trunks, it has like the peg in the back. And then you pop that in there like that. It's too soft and gummy and it comes out a little too easy. So then when you're trying to put the bow in the back, I gotta hold it down so that it doesn't move, you know what I'm saying? Slide that up in there, pop that in there. And I put that part up top so that it doesn't fall out like when he would say, yeah, see like that? So I keep that part up top. So that's small gripes. I mean, stuff like that. I can tighten that up at a later time. So that's what it looks like with his bow staff in the back. So we got that. Let's see what other accessories he comes with. So we did that, we did those. We're gonna get to this piece right here. This is the Uzbeks. So this is a soft piece right here. It's really soft, so you can kind of bend that any way you want to. I think I bent it a little too much. So the Uzbeks, nice piece there. Some silver highlights there. All this red. Looks very cool. And then you could just, what you might have to do is go underneath the headband to put these on, and then just slide it down on top. See that bow? That bow comes out a little too easy, man. And then put the specs on them. Gotta work around it. You gotta work it a little bit to get it to stay on there. And there you go. I feel like it works better underneath. So got the specs. What else we got? We got this little contraption here looking like an old school Game Boy. This is the mutagen tracker. So nice detail. It's even got the same color as the old. This is that old school brick Game Boy. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with that. But that's like my era's Game Boy. So got that. It would have been cool if they had something on the screen there. That would have been cool. That big old button there, a little tape on the back, the little like cake beater things. You know, when you're mixing the cake, got those little things on there. Nice details there with the red wire. Paintwork, it's a little sloppy on there, but it's nothing major. But like, just like the little red and the blue buttons, like that's crazy. That is insane. Then you got the T-phone. Not much going on here, just a regular T-phone. No pictures or anything like that. Just a couple dark greens and lighter green there. That's pretty much it for that. Then we got the Ninja Smoke Bombs. They all come with one of these, which is dope. So you'll get at least 4 Ninja Smoke Bombs. Now, while it comes with a lot of accessories, there are some accessories that are missing. I noticed from him, and I noticed from Leo, he doesn't get a profile with the pupils. So I think we're gonna get like an accessory set. So I'll get into that more in detail when I go over those 2 figures. And then the pizza, looking straight out of the episode, straight out of any episode where a pizza, it all looks the same anyway. Looks exactly like it does on the show. But we need more pizza. We'll only have 4 slices. The 8. That's where the accessory pack. We need a box or something. We're definitely getting an accessory pack. I feel it. I feel it. So we got Dr. Cluckingsworth. Nice details on this guy. Got the blues like in the brain. The little mohawk there. Why is there so much dust gathering on his brain? I don't know. Picked it off before and now it's back on there. And then you got the details like all the feathers and a little bit of a wash there. And no articulation in this guy. It looks like his tail should be articulated, but it's not. All the details in the eyes and look at that. That's crazy. Very cool, very cool. And then, of course, last but not least, we got the alternate head. And that's the trade-off that I was talking about. While this one, you could change the eyes inside the head, right? But he has the same expression. He would look pissed off whether he's got pupils or, white eyes. This one, while he can't do that, he's got the happy expression in the pupils. You change it out. And now he's got the pissed off expression and the white eyes. So it's a nice trade-off, It doesn't necessarily have to, be a mechanism inside the head. So I think he looks great. I think he turned out really well. This is definitely one of the best Donatellos out there right now. This is dope. I love this figure right now. I love the accessories. I think we could get a few more accessories. It's a lot more than Super 7, I'll tell you that much. And for a cheaper price point. But I think I just feel in my bones, man, that we're getting an accessory pack. And I'll talk about that when I get to Mikey and Leo. All in all, this guy is good. I'm not sure if they're still on Walmart.com or not, and I know they're shipping out orders from NECA now. It's weird though. I hear like people are getting just Michelangelo and they didn't ship the rest of the stuff. So I don't know. I'll keep my eye out on that and see what's going on with that, because that's a very interesting way of handling business, man. That's kind of weird. Oh, let me ship you one figure, not ship the whole thing when you get it in. But that's why I took my chance on Walmart and trying to find it in stores. Can't trust NECA. Love NECA, but can't trust them. So on that note, if you like the video, like, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. I did want to get into kind of comparing some of the weapons and stuff, but I'll just take pictures. I'll post some of the pictures at the end of the video or throughout the video. But other than that, go out there. If you guys can find this set in stores, I'm going to be looking in stores too, because I know a lot of stuff has been hitting recently. The Bebop and Rocksteady, Grandma Bebop and Baby Rocksteady has been hitting, and the Surfer Turtles have been hitting. So you never know if these guys are going to pop up too. So be out there hunting in your Targets and your Walmarts. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Yeah, I love you, bye-bye.